Wow! Hi! First and foremost, I need to take my cap off. Hello guys. Respectfully, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I don't know where you're watching from. I just have to say I'm honored. I'm so blessed. I'm so happy to have you guys back once again. And as you know, on this channel, truth is expensive, right? But for some of us, no matter what, no matter the critics, we have to say the truth in order to save our young generations and anyone who is thinking about traveling or anyone who wants life experience. So, good afternoon and good morning once again. I hope I can now put on my cap after greeting and saluting my warm, beautiful viewers. Alright, so guys, as you know, I'm AIDOO'S from Ghana and resides here in Germany. So, I want us to have a conversation. I think yesterday I uploaded a video of saying that Europe isn't heaven, right? After I uploaded that video, I got some calls. People telling me, why should I do that here and there, blah, blah. And don't I know that I'm going to put people in problem? Guys, it's better for me telling the truth to save someone who is thinking about selling the parents' property to come to Europe to still enslave him or herself, rather than investing that money in Ghana to achieve something better. So I think I thought of it wisely and I told the person, hey, you know what? I don't care what you say. For me, truth is my top notch. Guys, what do I want to talk about today? I really want to talk about our relatives, our family members, our uncles, our aunties, our tantes, just name it. Those of our family members who lives or who are back home, whose relatives have made a long journey through deserts to come to Europe. And once their relative comes to Europe, they start counting the days, the months, the years for them without knowing what they are going through. I don't know, maybe it might have happened to you or whatever. And secondly, I also want to talk about, there are so many people, there are so many uncles, aunties, fathers, mothers who are of age, who really lives here in Europe, who lives in America, who lives in Asia. I don't know where they are, most of them live, but I'm talking about the experience. I'm going to talk about the experience and what I have seen, guys. So there are so many people. Some can be my grandfather, some can be my uncle, my mom, my dad, who are living in Europe but cannot return back to Africa. Why? These are the two main topics that I want us to really talk about today. I will make it very quick and snappy. So I want to first touch on our relatives who lives in Africa, that immediately that their ward, their kid or whatever travel to Europe, they think their money on trees, their money in the streets, whatever, they just can pick them and start bringing them back to Africa. Guys, what I want to tell you, or what I want to advise, my little advice that I want to give to our relative back home. Guys, truthfully, it is not easy. Before coming to Europe, before I myself coming to Europe, I was thinking everything is easy. And as I said earlier yesterday, my journey isn't the same as your journey. For me, I was scouted. As I said yesterday, I was scouted. So for me, I got things very, very easy. With documents, and other stuffs. Mine was an easy pass. But if I listen or if I hear the stories about people that has passed through my hand, people that have really taken out of the street, that have kept or have allowed them to sleep at my home, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, just name it. If they are telling their stories to you, guys, it is very, very appalling. And that is what I want to emphasize, and that is what I want to share with my audience today. So first and foremost, guys, what are the procedure when you come, or when you first come to Europe, Asia, America, wherever? I'm in Europe, so I'm going to talk about Europe, right? So guys, once you first get to Europe, I don't know how you come in. My mouth is sealed. I don't know how you come in, but the process, I can say a little thing about the process. The first thing that you can do is to seek asylum. And when you seek asylum, you don't really know whether your asylum that you seek is going to be accepted or dejected. So your asylum seeking is going to take somewhere close to 2 years for the city to really, investigate and know whether what you said or told them is true or not. So just imagine that Germany, someone comes to Germany, someone comes to Holland, Belgium, just name, Greece, what have you, and what have you, and then he's being investigated, and parents or relatives starts calling for money here and there, guys. Sometimes I differ, or I just want to say, blacks, we are our own enemies. Our parents, our relatives, we are our own enemies. We are also the reason why most of us blacks or foreigners comes to Europe and do not succeed. Because once our world, once our kids, once our relatives, our brothers, sisters gets into Europe, because there are so many problems back home, bam, we start calling them. Hey, can you send money? Mommy is sick, Papa is sick, whatever. There are some people, once they call their relatives in Europe, they don't even ask them how they are doing. Once they call, they say, oh, hey, bro, you know what, my school fees, my this, my blah, blah, it is so appalling. So guys, as I was saying, you seek asylum is going to take you not less than 2 or 3 years for the city or for that country where you seek asylum to either accept what you did or to reject what you've done. So your fate is in the air hanging. Guys, in Germany, when you seek asylum, they will give you somewhere around 450 euro or 380, somewhere around, I don't know. But I think, speaking to some people, I think in that range, either 380 to 450 euro. Now, they will give you a place to stay, and in some cases, either tell you to go to the language courses. You cannot do anything again. There are people who sometimes get the privilege to work other way around, But what I really want to say is that, guys, our families, our family members, our relatives, our brothers, just name it, our mothers, our fathers who are back home. If your relative travel and make it through the desert, through waters, days, nights, years, whatever, and they manage to get in Europe, and they call you and say, Mom, Dad, brother, sister, I've been able to make it, I've come here in Europe. Please, guys, pray for them, because you don't know what they are going through. There are family members who do travel, who also have family members here in Europe. They call them before traveling and tell them, or say, oh, please, I'm coming. Can you pick me up? They'll say, oh, yeah, come to the train station, blah, 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 this time, on that time. And trust me, you can get there, and that person that you call brother will never appear, allowing you or leaving you hawking, or leaving your fate in your hands. Guys, it is very, very difficult. I don't know whether you've been in that situation or you have encountered a situation like that. Please leave a comment down and let's interact. Now, let me go to those of our mothers, our fathers who are of age, who normally should go back home, but are not able to go back home. Guys, from experience, let me tell you a story. From experience, I once discussed with someone who took me as a mother, as everything when I came, because you know, I wasn't so much good at cooking. So she helped to cook for me. I give her money, she cooks for me, then I go and pick it. You know, this lady was staying with a husband. And trust me, she has been in Europe for almost 38 years. While she and then the husband was working together, and then this is their conclusion. The man told the lady that, you know what, we are going to use your money or your salary to pay for the expenses of the house, whilst I use my money for us to build house in Africa. Guys, do you know what happened? After building the house in Africa, the man said the house belongs to him, right? And that the lady in question has no part in the house. Guys, there are so many problems that people go through in Europe, being the main reason why they cannot come back to Africa. So sometimes when you call your relative, your uncles, your aunties, or your relative happens to be in Europe, please do pray for that person. Now, guys, what I want to say is that there are so many people who also, after making it in Europe, sends money to their relative back home to build, or for them to make properties for them, just to end up going back home and having zero. And when that happens, they get embarrassed, they get frustrated, they are feeling ashamed, because when they go back home, they have nothing again to lay their hands on, guys. And I think our family members back home, guys, there are so many people who are suffering here in Europe. And when your relative, you know, your relative finds a little or something small and send back home for you to make a property or do something small for him or her, please, I'm begging you, do that thing for that person. Because there are people who uses someone's documents to work. I know so many people who are using other people's documents to work. Those people that they are using their documents to work may charge them 250 euro, 350 euro, depending on the hours that you are using to work. Sometimes you go collecting your money from stores, you go collecting your money, and they'll tell you, oh, sorry, you know what, I used your money. And you have nothing to say because, one, you have no documents to alter any case against him or her, and it's very, very, very appalling. Now, just imagine that your relative comes here without having any document. Guys, let's say, for example, he or she seeks asylum and it doesn't go through. Now, what are the alternatives? Now, for ladies here, I'm just saying, guys, it's the truth. If anyone thinks that whatever that I'm saying here are lies, please, in the comment section, just leave it and we can just diverse and then discuss. You know, for ladies, sometimes I say ladies in Europe, they have upper hand than men in Europe. The reason why I'm saying that is that when you come to a country like Germany, I always say Germany because I have the experience here and then I know what I'm saying. For ladies who happens to find themselves here in Europe, once they give birth, they are entitled to document because the kid has been born here. But recently things are changing, that the authorities have gotten to know that once you give birth, that is the only thing that people do or does to get documents. So they are not allowing it so easily. Now, man or the men, some of them, guys, do you know how much people charges those who have your fellow black person who has document, being a lady or a woman, charges before he or she agrees to make a contract marriage with you? Guys, some are paying 22,000 euro. Some are paying 16,000 euro. Some are paying 18,000 euro. So just imagine that, one, you are working with someone's document, you are making 1,500 euro a month, right? And then you are paying that person 300 euro, you are paying for your house 500 euro. At the end, you have 700 or 800 euro. You have to pay for your accommodation, your rent. How much do you have? Until you pay 18,000 euro to have a contract marriage done. Guys, it is very, very difficult. It is so difficult, guys. For me, I will say the truth. I don't care about any critics or critics that are going to come. I don't care about people who are going to call me and say, Evans, you did or this or that. Don't say that, don't say that. No. What I just want to say, I want to advise someone who has a business in Ghana, whose parents have that money, who want to invest or use that money to invest in their world, to travel through desert to come to Europe. Father, mother, anyone who wants to do that for their world, to spend about 15,000, 10,000 euros just to bring your kid or your world to Europe, thinking that there is money here or it's easy out here, please, it's better for you to use that same money to open a business, and gradually, with determination, with focus, there is money in Africa. There are businesses that you can make in Africa. You know, there are so many people that are in Africa that have made it, and not coming on, or not necessarily coming to Europe to make it. We can make it in Africa. For me, my greatest joy will be you coming to Europe, having more ideas, or coming for education, and going back to give whatever that you have acquired here in Europe back to the society. You know, sometimes when I see doctors, nurses, lawyers, engineers, whatever, who have made it here and are not going back to their various countries to give back, really it hurts me a lot. Why? At the same time, the question is, why won't they stay here to work when our system in Africa isn't working? If the person thinks that after education, he or she is going to earn more money because the system in Africa is not going to help him or her, why wouldn't that person use that advantage or that knowledge, stay here and make money and live? Once again, I just want to send a word or a message to our leaders, our parliamentarians, whoever, or people that are in authorities. Please, we need to fix Africa. We need to fix our country. We need to stop allowing the youth. A country without youth will never prosper. A country where all the youth are living, there is no future for that country. That is why Africa, we are not progressing. That is why Africa, we are really not progressing. I'll please urge each and every leader of any African land to please create a conducive environment for those of us here in Europe who has acquired a little bit knowledge to make things easier for us in Africa. I don't know, in Ghana, when you send goods to Africa, guys, it is very difficult. How much you're going to pay so much at the port and harbor just to clear your goods. I know about Kenya. Kenya is so expensive just to bring your goods, whatever there. Guys, now let's go back to back to documentation problems. Now, guys, it is very difficult here. Very difficult. You know, I wanted to have these aged people to come on my forum for us to advise parents and youth who are thinking about traveling through desert, but they said no. Sorry, guys. And for those of us who are here in Europe, who are just using social media, who are lying to people back home, telling them that, oh, hey, here is good, that is good, come, blah, blah, blah. We need to stop that. If you're part and parcel of it, stop it. You see someone who just go dress, hey, here, let me tell you, here, clothes, dressing, where are you going? You go to work, you come back home, the day is finished. Where are you going? all those shoes, all those clothes, whatever that you buy ends up in your wardrobe. You don't go anywhere with it. It is about time we tell the youth of Africa the truth. It's about time we let them know that, hey, there is nothing here. You know what? Fine, the system here, even if when you lose your work, when you have documents and you are working, or maybe probably you have worked here in Germany for 3 years, 4 years, whatever, and you lose your work, you're entitled to some kind of incentives. The government will pay for your house. They'll give you some allowances to live. Those are the kind of systems that we are talking about. In Ghana, where are you going to lose your work for the government to come and say, oh, you've lost your work, so take this money for your upkeep for the maximum of months that you're going to stay or spend home? It will never happen. But here in Europe, when you lose your job, the government is going to take care of you once you are entitled or you have the correct document. That is why most people say the system here in Europe is better than the system in Africa. But for me, I don't see it like that. Europe is just hand to mouth. I don't have some of my pay slip here. I would have shown it to you guys. Let's say, for example, you are taking 2,500 euro. Of course, when you bring that money, when you tell someone in Africa, they say, wow, you are earning 2,500 euro. You're earning 1,800. You're earning 1,200. Wow, you are making a lot of money. But let me break things down for you guys. You are earning 1,500. You are paying 500 for your apartment. You are paying for your gas, your electricity, whatever. You are paying for your car. You are paying for your food. After all this breakdown, you're going to be left to almost about 200 or 300 euro. Then your relative back home are going to call you and ask, hey, can you send me this? I'm having problems with my kid. At the long run, you have nothing. Europe is just hand to mouth. Trust me, if you are in Africa and has business or have businesses there, you are way off better in Africa than coming to Europe thinking that here is heaven. Guys, no. And for our relative back home, please, if we send something small to you guys to build something for us, please, we are begging you. There are people who are suffering here. There are people who, because they don't have documents, they cannot even go to hospitals. There are people who are living under bridges. There are 10, 7, 8 people who are living in one single room. It is very difficult. Guys, I wanted to make this video so short. If I say I'm going to talk the whole day. All that I want to say, or cut it short, is that our relatives back home, please, stop counting days, months, years, and minutes and hours for your relatives who happens or have the opportunity coming to Europe. Please pray for them, because it is not easy out here. And at the same time, our relatives back home, who we send money for them to make some kind of development for us, who squanders the money. Please. Someone comes home or someone sweats, you don't know what the person has gone through. Come back home and sees nothing. Guys, a word to the wise is enough. Guys, please share this video. Leave comments. Just tell me what you want me or you want us to discuss about. Ask any question and I'll definitely give you an answer. Until then, it's a pleasure. It has been AIDOO'S once again. I'm humbled and I'm so grateful that you have been with me throughout this conversation. I'm very grateful. Until the next video, have a nice one. Have a nice day. Bye.